Hey guys, it's Artifact, and I just want to vent because I want to talk about Halo. So I dressed Zelda up as Cortana, and I'm not going to lie, I really like this transmog, even though it's not much of a transmog, it's a set, but still. But first off, I want to tell you what Halo meant to me. Because I actually didn't play a lot of PC games growing up. I played Halo. And I remember my brother brought home Halo when I was young. I think I was in middle school or something. I remember he brought home Halo 2. And I just fell in love with all of it. Master Chief, the Covenant, but one of my all-time favorite memories of my big brother is I remember our house got flooded. And that was a long summer. Between rebuilding, restocking, we lost a lot. And that was still to this day, one of the hardest summers of my life. I had to register for school. So, school registration, that probably meant summer was coming to an end and we'd have to all go back to school. We were using my bed as a storage to save the important things. And so I slept on the couch. About 11:30. My brother came in and he said, "Hey, we're playing Halo in the back room. I understand this has been an awful summer for you. It's been an awful summer for me too. But why don't you come on back and play Halo with us?" That was still one of my favorite memories. And we spent the night playing Halo 2. Energy swords, shotguns, heretic map, all that other stuff. And it's memories like that made Halo more than a game for me. That was a memory. Halo 3 comes out, and I remember late middle school, Halo 3 comes out. And I really wanted to play Halo 3, but I had school the next day. I dropped a flashlight on my foot. I dropped a flashlight on my foot. Nearly broke my toe. Went to the hospital, and it worked because I didn't have to go to school the next day. I chose Halo Reach over prom. I chose to play Halo rather than go to prom. To be fair, I didn't have a lot of high school friends. I didn't have a date, so, going to prom without a date, kind of like going into a Destiny raid without a clan. I was so into Halo. I read the books by Eric Nyland, Fall of Reach, The Flood, and Ghost of Onyx, which, if you have not read Ghost of Onyx, that is an outstanding book. Basically, Halo meant a lot to me. And I know it sounds cheesy, but there were times when Halo was more than a game. I would come home after school, play like 4 games of Halo Reach in the Rumble, do some homework, do all that I need to do, and then play 4 more games before I went to bed. I remember I wrote down in my journal that someday I'm going to be a Halo YouTuber and be the Chugga Conroy of Halo. Well, that never came true. This is where we get into the stuff. I understand games evolve and change and try to reach a new audience, but it feels like Halo should have ended at 3. I think Reach should have been the last game in the series, and I think Master Chief's story should have ended at 3. Maybe 4. But it breaks my heart to see Halo continue to plummet and plummet and plummet. When I came home in 2014, the multiplayer of Halo 4 was dead. Like, I could not find a match. I remember Halo 5 completely wrecked the character of Master Chief. They turned him into a damsel in distress, and I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to, like, cycle out a new character. But they did it completely wrong. I just don't know what 343 were thinking. Everyone loved Master Chief. He was an icon. He was a phenom. And to treat your main character like a damsel in distress. How can you not second check that? In fact, I feel like Halo 5 almost killed off the series. There was a 5-year break in between Guardians and Infinite. It's not just a Halo thing, it's an everything thing. Where new Hollywood and new video games will use your nostalgic characters to push their vision. Star Wars is the biggest offender of that. The way they treated Han Solo, the way they treated Luke. So that way they could push Rey and Kylo. And then they wonder why the series isn't doing well. It's not a Halo thing, it's just like a corporate greed thing. I kind of understand that writers can't live off these characters forever and they need to introduce new characters. But it feels like no one in Hollywood or no one in gaming knows how to introduce a character correctly. I feel like you don't need to step on nostalgia to introduce your character. Corporate greed gets to everything. Star Wars, Terminator, Halo, Warcraft. I promise you when the next StarCraft comes out, they're gonna take the heels away from Kerrigan and be like, yeah, we don't want to sexualize Kerrigan. So he looks like a freaking cockroach. Like, come on. Let a cockroach wear some heels. Well, I ranted a lot in this video. I went way off track in this video. And editing this video is gonna be a nightmare because holy cow did I go off. I lost track a few times and all that other stuff. But luckily for me, it's Wednesday content. So, you know, I don't think it would get a lot of views, but I just really wanted to get that out there. Okay, that was a little bit of emotional at the beginning. It's a good thing I don't do a camera because I was tearing up. Halo. It's not what it used to be. And it never will be again. And that's the one that breaks my heart, right? I see game franchise ruin themselves all the time, but Halo is the one that really hurts. Artifact out.